everyone. I'm just here to explain to you how to find out where the VFAO is, how to do your financial aid and get to the VFAO. If you go to the GCD website, go to financial aid, scroll down, you'll see a couple of options there. Just click on federal financial aid. That'll take you to the main page. As you can see, you have to do your FAFSA first. So I went ahead and went on there and showed you where to go for that. Then you'll see that I came over and I went to the VFAO site. I couldn't create a fake profile for the FAFSA, so I couldn't show you how to do it, but there are many videos that do. But as you can see here, I'm going to create a fake profile for the VFAO to walk you through how to do things. It's really not that hard, but there are some things you need to pay attention to. As you can see, I'm still filling out the registration. I'm going to create the user. Sometimes it takes a while. The site gets pretty busy. Now I'm going to go on and type in my name, and it's going to ask me which name, I prefer and display name. And now I'm going to log in. I'm going to log in and I'm going to go over here. I'm going to start an interview. The reason I'm going to start an interview is because after you do your FAFSA and you submit it, it doesn't come directly to us. We have to use a third party for processing. So after you come to the VFAO website and you acknowledge and you read that stuff and you complete, yes, I have definitely filled out the FAFSA, then you need to come over to the profile data page and give us all your information, including your name, sex, social security number, date of birth, marital status, and driver's license number. As you can see, those are not real socials and hopefully not real date of births. That's awkward. So there were plenty of options there. One of them was married, divorced, separated. Um, and I need you to know that whatever you put is they're going to want information on that. So if you put that you're married and you are married, they are going to want your spouse's information as well. And if you don't put it, then there's a chance you could be contacted for it. Now, if you didn't file your VFAO or your oops, there's my dog. If you didn't file your taxes with your spouse, then you might want to put something other than married because you're not going to have her information. Or if you just got married, yeah, that's great, but it doesn't count for your financial aid information. So you're filling out here and you got to put everything in. Now, I need you to understand that this site here is using there's my dog again, and again, autofill. So you will notice that sometimes it will try to fill it in for me and it will automatically default. These are all things that you need to pay attention to when putting this stuff in, because any information that is not correct can definitely slow you down. Right here I put that I knew my mother. I do not know my father, so I just put that there because I don't have any information to fill out about him. So I'm going to fill out the information here about my mother. Um, why they ask for your mother and father's contact information, I'm not quite sure. I think it has something to do with the Department of Education. They really want to know everybody's business. And if you are applying for grants and loans and something happens with you, they want to know who they can contact. So that would be why they want your mother and father's information. And see here, it's trying to auto fill it in for me, but I didn't let it. Um, but I'm trying to figure out what to do. You gotta choose the state, and now it's telling me what to do. I hate being told what to do. Um, so right here, you put in the zip code, and then the phone number, and then you come on down and put in an email address for your mom. And all this is real exciting. It doesn't take this long. I'm just doing it extra slow. Go on to next, and then look, okay, is that good information? Great, move on. So once you get there, it's going to ask you for references. I believe if you've placed your mother and your father, that it's going to tell you you don't need any references, but if you've placed neither, it's going to ask you for two, and if you've placed one, then it's going to ask for one additional reference. And again, that's in the event that something happens to you, they can't reach you for some reason, and they need someone to know where you are. I imagine it has to do a lot with a lot of people take out student loans, or fraudulently take out Pell Grants and then don't pay the government back. So the government wants any way they can to get a hold of you. And as you can see right there, I did the autofill. That didn't work out too good for me now, did it? Because so now I have to go in and clear that, put in another phone number, clear the other phone numbers and the email address. So it's best not to use autofill on these types of forms because they are so meticulous. So we'll go ahead and we'll go on to next. And you can see I listed my cousin. Her name is Sammy. Yes, Sammy Joe. And Sally Joe, and we're all Joes. Anyway, okay, so we're going to move on. We're going to go to prior schools. I didn't put in a prior school here because a lot of the students are coming out of high school. Now, it is very important if you have attended another college within the last year that you put that information there because that can also hold up your financial aid. Right now, we're in 2013-14 semester, school year, award year, so we're going to go ahead and choose that. For campus, you obviously need to choose one of these campuses. Most of you, it's going to be Fayetteville. Even if you're online, you need to put Fayetteville. You're going to choose your degree program. I'm going to put in Bachelor's of Divinity, and I'm going to push next because that determines your award. Now, this right here is very important. You can choose all 4 semesters if you want to, but you also have to find out what classes we're offering each semester. If we're not offering a full load for winter semester or for summer semester, then you need to adjust that accordingly. And you can see I put half-time, full-time, and less than half-time so that you could see the difference. Now it says, what is your EFC? That's your expected family contribution. That is a number that you get at the end of your FAFSA. I put 124 just to make up a number. Sometimes it's 0, sometimes it's higher. Put in your year that you are, freshman, sophomore, senior, when you're going to graduate, where you're going to live. You can't live on campus, obviously, because we don't have dorm rooms, unless you want to, live under Dr. Crowther's desk. He won't mind. And then you want to go down and say that you don't work here or you do work here or something like that. This just breaks down the cost for you on what their expected cost is. This isn't necessarily going to apply to you, but it's something to keep in mind. Now, if you're going to have a scholarship, you would list your scholarship here. If not, you just pass right over this information and push next. And wait. Here, it's very important that you read this. This is acknowledging your student terms of loans, grants, anything like this. Your financial responsibility, what you're responsible for, it breaks it all down for you. So it's very important that you read that so that you understand. Here is your estimated financial plan based on the information that I entered on my terms and where I'm going to live, who I'm going to live with, and what my expected family contribution is. This is how it breaks it down per semester: summer, fall, and spring. Now, if you just choose fall and spring, then all of this is going to be broken up into 2, but I chose to do 3. So it tells you what you're going to get for each semester from loans, grants, and then it tells you what their expected cost of living for you is. And if you're not, so then you come on over here in your financial aid package. Do you want grants only, loans only, or grants and loans? We don't recommend that you max out your loans or that you take loans if you don't have to. So you're going to see here that I choose every option so that you can see what happens. And right there, you can specify a certain amount. Don't ask me how I ended up putting in, $1 million. 1.5 million, but hey, if anybody wants to give me that money, I'll gladly take it. See, it's tricky. Like I said, you have to pay attention to detail because otherwise you're going to request an obscene amount of money and then they're going to be like, whoa, 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 who is this person? You do have to fill out a master promissory note and do your entrance counseling before you can get a loan. So, then you come here and it tells you your repayment estimates. This is telling you what you're going to have to pay when you get out of school. It goes through everything, it tells you everything. You can print this out and read it. You can read it while you're filling out the VFAO form. You can do whatever you like. But just understand you are responsible for paying back any loans you get. And the less loan, the better. Next, we're coming to the digital signature. I'm not going to sign it here because I want you to see what happens. I'm not going to submit for processing. I'm going to go back up here and I'm going to log out. Because by logging out, I can show you how to log back in to check on the progress of your VFAO so that you won't have to worry about it. You come here, Student Interview Center. Great. We're going to log in. Let's see if I can remember my login name and password that I made up out of nowhere. Okay, yep. No, maybe, yes. Let's try this password. Is it going to work? Let's try it. Log in. Sweet, it worked. So what you see here is you can see there's an interview in progress. You can see that there are submitted interviews. There's no submitted interviews, but that's where you would go if you had one. There also is a video here to explain to you everything I have just talked you through as well. She's probably a lot prettier than me, but that's okay. But then I brought you back here so that you could see everything that you need to do. You're going to then come back over here to the Federal Student Grants and Loans under the GCD site, and you're going to find the link for your master promissory note and your entrance counseling. It's all in there. The next thing you're going to do